Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Mask Leadership Community Leaders Connect 002 episode where leaders create more leaders. My name is Prakash Sharma, and the founder director of Bija Training and the author of the book, The Mask Leadership. The Mask Leadership Community is started with the mission of creating 1,000 plus strong leaders, where week after week, every Wednesday, we invite key corporate leaders from the top management to our community where they share their life success stories as well as experiences which will inspire all the working professionals in the community. So here also today we have our India CEO and the co-founder of India's number one hair and beauty salon brand Naturals, Mr. C.K. Kumaravel here with us. So I would like to also, before we introduce him, I would like to share that we are live on YouTube and this is actually being recorded. And also I have muted all the participants, the members, the guests, as well as the visitors here in the room today. I've muted all, and we will definitely give an opportunity to speak to the guest, Mr. C.K. Kumaravel, during this part of the meeting itself. So kindly do wait for that time. And so with that, are we all ready? So that if you all are ready to listen to the success stories of our guest, please type in the chat box ready. So let's see how many are ready to go. Please type in the chat box ready if you all are looking forward to listen to the success stories of our guest. Yeah, great. So there are ready, which has been coming here on the screen. Great, thank you very much. And let me give you a quick brief about what we are going to do. And let me introduce our guest in a short. Mr. C.K. Kumaravel is married to Veena, Miss Veena, and he has started this company in 2000. So a lot of these, let's see a video about his vision and mission, how today in these 20 years, the Naturals as a brand has grown and with what mission and vision he has for us to share and learn from him. So let's have a video about Mr. C.K. Kumaravel's introduction, please. Great, thank you very much. So all the members as well as the visitors here, please do type welcome Mr. Kumaravel here. So on the chat box, please do type welcome Kumaravel. Thank you very much, Mr. Kumaravel, sir, for turning on. We'd like to ask you a first question. So it's been now 20 years of the brand, which has grown constantly. So before even you started this particular company in the year 2000, maybe were you already doing any business, sir, or were you actually working? And how would this all brand started, sir, if you would like to listen to that?
No, I thank you, first of all, for the Mask Leadership Community, and especially to my friend Prakash Sharma for inviting me and giving me an opportunity to meet some wonderful new friends. Yes. Leader is the one who knows the way and who goes the way and shows the way. And Prakash is a real leader who is showing a lot of leadership by actually being there on the floor. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah. I was my first entrepreneur journey itself started with my Father was the first entrepreneur I had come across, and we are from a small town called Kadalur near Pondicherry. And my father's primary business is to buy pharma products in bulk and put it in small packets and distribute to medical shops. Along the way, he did various businesses. One day, he was traveling to Singapore to attend an exhibition, and he was carrying a Tata bottle shampoo. Fortunately for us, and unfortunately for him, the bottle broke and it soiled the entire dress. Instead of blaming the Tata bottle maker or the suitcase maker, he said, "Hey, here is a problem. Can I fix it and convert to an opportunity?" And that's called entrepreneurship.
Wonderful.
Entrepreneurship is your ability to think different. If you can look at a problem and say, here is an opportunity, then you are ready for entrepreneurship. I told you in the beginning, my father packed pharma product in bulk and put it in small packets.
Right.
He said, hey, why not I do shampoo also like that? He made his own machine, made his own formulation of the shampoo, and packed India's first sachet shampoo and called it Velvet and launched it to the market. Last decade, India Today came out with an article about 50 revolutions which changed India after independence. And my father's sachet innovation was number 8 in that. And he had something very interesting to say. He said, what a rich man is able to enjoy, the poor person should be able to afford. That is the mental philosophy with which he packed the shampoo. After that, I joined my 2 brothers. My first brother is Dr. C.K. Rajkumar of Velvet. My second brother is C.K. Ranganathan of Kavin Care. And I was a young, restless kid. Every day I will go tell them new ideas. Instead of dismissing the idea, they will dismiss me. They will tell you are too young. But in life, you have got 2 choices. You can discuss or you can decide. People who discuss don't decide. And people who decide don't discuss. I decided to start my own business. I started a brand called Raga Herbal Powder. And that is the business I was doing. And that is the time my wife wanted, both my kids have started going to school. And she wanted to do something on her own. And she said, I don't want to be a housewife anymore. I used to tell that Veena's refusal to continue as a housewife was the beginning of the brand Naturals. Wonderful. So here she was, and she was starting this business. And I said, I will also join her because I saw some lot of opportunities, growth opportunities in that. And that's how the journey started.
Wonderful, wonderful. Really great, inspiring words what you have told, and then and especially about the decision, what you told. Decision and discussion is something which is very, very important for us to understand, and as key leaders, this is very, very prime. Great, sir. So nice to know about this. I would also like to say, there could be many unproductive habits you might have actually stopped throughout your journey for us to grow constantly, and which has given you a lot of learning experience as well. So if you could just understand so that our community members can know what is that unproductive habit which you stopped or which you had, so that that has given you a constant growth.
So one of the unproductive habit which has stopped, especially me, is I was always hesitant to ask for my position. In life, you should have the courage to ask for your position. Unless you ask for your position, the life don't give you that position. A lot of people does some wonderful work, and I used to really work hard. I used to really struggle. I used to really learn well. I used to do all the things well. But only one thing which was holding me back, I was never used to ask for my position in life. In success is like knowing the combination to your number lock. If you put the number right, the lock will open. The lock won't mind whether you are a male or a female, rich or poor, educated or uneducated, or black or white. As long as you're able to put the number and in sequence, the lock will open. I was putting 4-5 numbers of the lock very nicely, and the last 2 numbers I was not putting it. One of the number I was not putting is this kind of, you have to ask for your position. And I was not asking for my position, and life kept on going and going. And the second number, which is very, very important as an entrepreneur, is team building.
Great.
I used to what you call build a team and take all the responsibility on my shoulder. And the team used to feel, hey, here is a boss. So any problem means boss will solve. So I was not what they call empowering my team to take over the leadership from me and run the race. So that is the second learning I have got. That is when I had moved to my second business, I completely decentralized my way of working. And I told each and every franchise partner, you are not a franchisee, you are a franchise partner. And you are, whatever decisions God call, we will give you the framework. Within that, you have to take the decision and you have to move the business like that. And that is when I could really see the team getting built and moving very, very fast. So the two things I will say what I have learned is one is the, not asking for the position.
Not position.
So I have one favorite story for that. This happened.
Yes,
I was called to my school to give a lecture to the students, and as I walked in, I realized there was this ice cream vendor who was selling the ice cream way back when I was in the school. I told him, get my favorite 100 ice creams of my favorite ice cream, so that after my speech, give it to all the students. And after my speech, he gave it to the 95 students, and 5 students only told, no, I don't want that ice cream. I have got some cold. Somebody told I don't like this flavor, something like that. They were very insistent. And then I gave in and I told the ice cream vendor, you give whatever they want. And he gave that 5 people. The moral of the story is, in life, you will get what you have the courage to ask for.
Yes, that's something really good.
Yeah. So in life and selfie, find your own place. In selfie frame, you keep a frame. If you don't come in the frame, nobody can take a picture. That is the same thing with life. Life is also keeping an imaginary frame. Whoever is coming into the frame, they become the leaders and they will be showcased. People who don't, they say that no, I will play a secondary role. I am a woman. I am from a small town. I am not rich. I have this problem. All those things you can tell yourself. But I realized unless you come and you take the courage and ask the life for the position, it's an imaginary frame. And that frame people should come. And that's called leadership. All the leaders take that courage and come into the frame of life. And that is where they make the difference for them and for the people around. And while each and everyone is capable of becoming a leader, very few actually do that because of this one quality, which is making them stay back. So my request to all the people is, please come into this frame. Life is asking you for coming into the frame. If you don't come, don't blame the life. Life is very neutral, like the selfie picture. If you don't come into the frame, the selfie, you will not come into the picture. Same is true for the life. And that's what I keep on telling today to all the people, because I don't want them to miss the life. And I don't also want the life to miss them. It is two ways. A lot of times people miss life and the world also should not miss them. They miss the world and world is missing them. I think both should not happen.
Wonderful. Wonderfully said, sir. I also remember one of the learning, which is in fact one of the magazine from the Harvard Business Review, which is called The Monkey on the Back. That means unless or until we start empowering people, we keep holding the monkey in our responsibilities, we will not be able to grow. And that's what rightly said, as you started empowering the team, that growth has happened is something really, really great. And the story which you told about these two is something really very fine, and making us more understand and get more understanding about this. Great one, sir. Wonderfully shared, sir. Sir, as you told about the two unproductive habits as well, now I'm sure there may be many other unproductive habits your franchisee stores may be using. Today we have around 600 plus stores, and there are so many other franchisees, some of the own outlets are there. And I'm sure the people who are holding that, they may also come out with some unproductive habits, like as you told, like blaming or maybe complaining or giving excuses. And I'm sure some of these are very natural things which comes. But maybe know what are the key success mantra you do to manage such things, so that will really help us and the leaders in our community. Because today we find that somewhere people are surrounded with these excuses, blaming, complaining is always there. And how that has been managed, sir, in your respective stores?
No, one of the this thing we always tell that is our staff are called smile providers.
Great.
Because their job is to put smile in the customer's face. There is no waxing customer, there is no threading customer, there is no gift voucher customer, there is no customer who walks in by 8:55 night. Every customer, your job is to put smile in the customer's face, and that is why you are called the smile providers. Okay, and we always say that our brand ambassador is not Kareena Kapoor, it is not Genelia D'Souza, it is not Veena, it is not me, it is not the franchise partner. Each and every customer who walks into our salon is our brand ambassador. make sure that you put the smile in the customer's face. And especially when a complaining customer is there, we all become very unhappy. Actually, complaining customers are good customers. Usually the customer, 95% of the customers do not complain to the in the outlet or into the restaurant. Whenever you would go to a restaurant, if the food is not good, if the service is not good, we don't call the manager and tell the manager the food is not good or the service is not good. We think that they will be complaining, but 95% of the time the people don't complain in the place. They go home and complain to their friends, they complain to their family members, and they complain in the Facebook, and they complain in the social media. That is very, very dangerous. So always when a customer is complaining, take it as a big, what do you call, reminder for you. There is something which lot of people are unhappy, and one person is raising the red flag. If you attend to that one person and solve that problem, you fix the problem also. At the same time, you should make sure that customer becomes your raving fan. A lot of times when you accept the problem, never argue with the customer and win the argument and lose the customer. And that's what we always tell to the franchise partners. A lot of times franchise partners, our franchisees are called franchise partners.
Okay.
Yeah, our franchise partners argue with the customer. They may win the argument, but they will lose the customer. So we always used to say, don't argue with the customer. The customer is trying to tell us something. Maybe the way in which he or she tells us may not be to our liking, but don't look at that. There is an underlying theme and message for us. And that is what we should be able to do that. And that's how our people are trained always. And last quite a few times our people will get little, the customer may be genuinely, she or he may be a little rude, but that's okay. Because he or she is coming from various angle, and I love the Gandhi's great statement. Customer is the most important visitor to our premises. He is not dependent on us. We are dependent on us. He is not doing us a favor. We are not doing him a favor by serving him. He is giving us a favor by giving us an opportunity to do so. I think that is the message which is ingrained in all our this thing. And that is when a customer complains, we say thank you very much, and we look at it and we try and solve the problem, and that's how we move forward in the what do you call complaining customers.
Wonderfully shared. So that means when the complaint comes, the accepting the complain and thank you, and then we look forward for work on it, and what are the other benefits or what learning can be taken out of that is what your team looks at it.
Yeah, wonderful. And we also don't fix the problem person. We fix the problem. When a smile provider makes a mistake or a manager makes a mistake, yes, it is a mistake. Let's agree we are not robots.
Yes.
We are bound to make a mistake, but we don't want to fix that person. We want to fix why it has happened and how it can be corrected. And that is what kind of systems and process can be put in there so that it is not replicated in other places also.
Perfect. So it reminds me of a thumb rule also. No human being is 100% perfect, but we need to move towards the perfection. And that's when the constant growth comes. So really rightly said. So thank you very much for doing that. And we have one more question. So now that we understand almost there are majority are women employees in your organization. Am I right, sir?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
more than 70%, 80% of our franchise partners are women. More than 60% of our staff are women. And that gives us immense satisfaction. It is when India may have got independence in 1947, Indians have not, especially the Indian women have not got independence. Indian women have not got financial independence. They may have got other independence. And that is where I saw it happened when I was a 13-year-old boy and my eldest brother was 24. And there were 4 more siblings in between. And my father died. Next day morning, my mother called all 6 of us and told, I am going to be your father and mother from today. And that's exactly what she did for the next 35 years. All 6 of us don't have a story for ourselves. It is the dream of my father and the values of my mother. And that is what we live. And that is what makes us very, very happy and special. And she told me, she was a 9th standard woman. She did not even know English. She came from Andhra Pradesh. She came to Tamil Nadu, understood Tamil. And there was 2.5 lakhs debt at that point of time when my father died. And that is equivalent to 25 crores now. Okay, and there are some hand loans which my father has bought. One of my father's friend told, it is your father's hand loan only. You don't know about it. Tell them that you don't know about it. My mother told, whatever is the debt, if my husband has got, that means I will settle it. If I don't settle it, my children will pay with penalty and interest, and I don't want to leave it to the children. That is the kind of value system she has instilled on us. And she was running a school, she was running agriculture, she was running a bakery, she was running a tailoring unit, she was taking care of ensuring all 6 children are successful, surviving well, and not only safe and successful. She ensured we are safe, and she ensured we are all 6 of us are successful. And that's what we see these women in front of us. On the other side, we go out and see extremely talented women, very well educated, financially safe, but they don't take the life in their hands. And because they lack self-belief. And here I have to tell a story. The story is very close to my heart.
Please.
This happened some 500 years before in Florence, in Italy. And there is one museum officials saw one 18 feet long marble block was there. He showed it to every sculptor and asked them to sculpt something, and including the famed Leonardo da Vinci saw the marble block and told them it is flawed and useless. Nothing can be done out of it. And it waited for Michelangelo to come after many years, many 100 years. And the museum official showed him this block, and he said he will do something out of it. And he worked on that, and he made, and he was working on it. And then when boy came and asked him, "Hey, what are you doing? You are hitting with the stone and the chisel. What are you doing?" And Michelangelo told, "There is an angel inside the stone. I am trying to uncover it and release it to the world." And that is how the famed David statue was brought into life by Michelangelo. What everybody called as flawed and useless. Even if the whole world doesn't believe in you, if you start believing in yourself, nobody can stop you. On the contrary, even if the whole world doesn't believe in you, even if the whole world believes in you, if you don't believe in yourself, nobody can help you. The starting point is self-belief. I think that is what is required for every point of time. I saw in my mother, and I saw that is exactly what is lacking with many people who are not successful or who are also running the race. I want everyone to take the life in their hands and take that self-belief, and then let the world call them flawed and useless. That is world's problem. You start believing in yourself, then world will go wrong. And that's exactly is this thing at that point of time.
That's excellently said, sir. In fact, start believing in yourself. Wonderful. So members and visitors, if you really had liked what Mr. C.K. Kumaravel is sharing, please do type clap, 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 or please do share some of the learnings, what you get in the chat box, so it will always be helpful for others as well. So wonderfully shared, sir. That has been really great. Sir, I was just asking this particular question. Now that we have almost 70 to 80% of women employees, now is there any specific mantra to really, how have we been managing women employees? Because there could be many, because now the whole 70-80% is there. Is there any specific success mantra to manage the women employees, sir? So just to
actually to manage the women employees and the women franchise partners is actually very easy.
Okay.
The men are very greedy and they won't work in a framework. Women, you very easy they will work in a framework and they are not greedy. And that is where I feel that women are much more suitable for a franchise business, because they are very disciplined, they are very detail oriented, they are very hospitality, and beauty comes to them naturally. And then they are not, they are very happy with they are very happy and contented.
Wonderful.
I think people needs to be happy and contented, and then they should happily aspire for more. See, today, if you are going in a car, say suppose you are going in a Maruti car, you should be happy about going in a Maruti car, but happily aspire for a BMW.
Correct.
Okay, if you are unhappy and if your neighbor is having a BMW, then you will not succeed.
Good point.
Okay, so I think it is very happily, but at the same time, a lot of people are happy, but they are contented. Here you should be happy, but happily aspire for more.
Wonderful. Happily aspire for more. That's something really great, sir. So wonderfully.
Rain fills the size of the vessel you carry. Keep a spoon outside, rain will fill a spoon, a tumbler outside, a bucket outside, a river outside, an ocean outside. What is the size of your dream? Do you want to make 30,000 rupees a month? Do you want to make a lakh of rupees a month? Do you want to make 3 lakh a month? Do you want life? There is a beautiful scene in the movie called Pursuit of Happiness. In that,
Yes.
the father, Will Smith, will get a basketball gift to his son. Next day morning, the father and the son will get into the basketball court, and this young kid will dribble and try to shoot the ball. The ball will not get into the basket. The father will go out of the court and scream, "Hey boy, you can't shoot now. You need to grow. Don't try." And he'll try to walk out of the court. And again, the young kid will dribble. This time, he will throw the ball. The ball will get into the basket. The father will come into the court and put his arm around the shoulder and tell this little boy, just because the world thinks they cannot, they will tell you you cannot. If you have a dream, go ahead and shoot it. Do not listen to this world. It takes as much time and energy to lead an ordinary life as it takes to lead an extraordinary life. Might as well lead an extraordinary life.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's really the difference between the ordinary and the extraordinary. So we can definitely go ahead up and to lead that extraordinary life. Wonderfully shared, Mr. C.K. Kumaravel sir. It's really been great and pleasure. So we will be taking up the some of the questions from the participants as well. But before the questions from the participants or our members who are there in the particular community, we have a quick quiz to be done. So members and visitors here, so we have a quick quiz question coming up, and I would like to in fact congratulate the previous week's winner for the quiz. His name is Atul Shukla. So really great. So what is that the quiz we're going to do? I'm going to ask you a question, and if you come out with the correct answer for the question, whoever comes out gets the 4,000 rupees, the Mask Leadership worth the free online assessment tool for free. So just imagine the Mask Leadership's online 360-degree feedback is what you're going to get. And last week, in fact, Atul Shukla had got that. And members, so stay tuned, the fastest fingers first. I'm going to ask you a question, and if you are aware about the answer, please type yes in the chat box. I repeat, please type yes in the chat box, and our members, one of our member will unmute you to speak. All right, so already before asking the question itself, we are able to see yes. But let me ask the question and then I will give you. So the first question about I would like to ask is, which year did the Naturals brand start? So if people know the answer, please type yes in the chat box. Oh, people start answering it, which is Jayashri Murugeshan started answering it as well. Jayashri Murugeshan, I would request you to kindly unmute yourself, please. And you'll be given option to unmute. Kindly unmute. Jayasri Murugeshan, since you were the first person to really share the answer.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jayasri Murugeshan, for sharing the right answer, which is the year 2000. I'm sure you will have a lot of opportunities. You would have understood the business potentialities and the experiences of what Mr. CKK has shared. Great. Thanks for typing in the right answer. So you will be getting this particular the Mask Leadership online leadership community, the online leadership Mask Leadership online 360-degree feedback for you. Great. So Jayashree, since you had answered the right one, would you have any question to ask to Mr. CKK? So you get the privilege as well. Do you have any questions to ask to Mr. CKK?
Wanted to ask him where is the energy coming from? How does he get motivated every time for so many years together? And is there a secret?
Great.
No, there is no secret, and what do you call? As I told in the beginning, I was not like that. If you have seen me some 20 years back or something like that. After that, it is focus plus daily improvement plus time equal to genius. This is the formula which anyone who have achieved great success have followed, either knowingly or unknowingly. Focus. Focus is your ability to say yes to the one thing and the discipline to say no to the 99 distractions. If you chase two rabbits, you will catch neither. Identify the rabbit you want to chase. You can change the method of catching the rabbit, but don't change the rabbit. You should have that kind of focus. and then daily improvement. It is not doing the same work again and again and again and again. It is not important to be busy. So are the ants. The question is, what are we busy about? Can we improve on what you are doing on a daily basis? Sachin Tendulkar, the famed cricketer, will go for net practice every day in the morning and he will play 300 balls. He has to improve one stroke every day. If he doesn't improve one stroke in the morning nets, he will again come for the evening nets and play another 300 balls. His day will not end without an improvement of stroke, one stroke every day. And that's why he is called Sachin Tendulkar, the great legendary player. Daily improvement, focus plus daily improvement, plus time. Lot of times entrepreneurs and businessmen and people, we don't give the time. The law of the farm governs. You put the seed, it has to become a plant, then it has to become a tree, then only the fruits will come. Lot of times we are in a hurry and we keep on changing from one to another. The baby requires 9 months and 1 week. Even if you marry 9 women, you can't make a baby in 1 month. We need to understand that essence of time, and whoever has achieved great things have run the formula, which is focus plus daily improvement plus time equal to genius. And once you are on a track, and life really takes you like that.
Wonderful. Very, very nicely shared. So thanks very much, Jayashree. So I'm sure you would have got the answer for your question from CK Kumaravel. Great, thanks for it. And Jayashree, please do interact with us or my number will be now in the chat box. And please do interact with me for that particular online leadership tool, which we will be giving it to you, right? Thank you very much. And we are now open to questions. So people, any of our members as well as our visitors here in today, if you have any question, kindly raise your hand, or raise hand option has been given. Once we look at that, we will be giving an opportunity to unmute to ask your question. Yeah. So yeah, we have Archana S who would like to ask a question. Archana S, we'll give you the permission to unmute. And yes, Archana, you can go ahead to ask the question.
Hi, thank you, Prakash sir, for giving me the opportunity. Yes. And Kumaravel sir, I love the inspiring speech which you gave. I'm very sure I'm speaking on behalf of all the others over here. Well, here's my question to you. That of course an entrepreneur is filled with lots of challenges and risks in life. He has to always face it. But can you think of any one particular challenge which you faced, and you would love to know how did you handle? There are plenty.
No.
Sure.
Yeah, there are quite a few challenges. There is no one challenge, and I want to talk about a scenario which happened when I was doing my previous business, which was Raga. And Raga herbal powder, I was doing extremely well, and suddenly I got into 1, 2, and 3 continuous losses, and I was like, business was going through a sudden challenge. I launched a product called Raga herbal powder, which became a super success. Then I launched a product called Raga hibiscus oil, which became a super failure. Then I launched a product called Raga Plus, which was a success for some time and then as a failure. Then finally I wanted to try something, and I launched a Raga soap, which became a super failure. And I was like Abhimanyu in Mahabharata, surrounded by problems from all sides. I had a demotivated staff. My bankers have frozen my account. My my friends have told your efforts have failed. My well-wishers have told that it will not work out. And my creditors have become very aggressive. And I was not knowing how to handle. That was actually my lowest point of my life. And that is when I got into one story which was very close to my heart. The story goes on like this. There are 2 frogs. It jumped into a milk pot. What does a frog know? They know how to jump. These 2 frogs continued to jump. After some time, one frog realized, I cannot jump any further. It drowned inside and it sank and it died. Another frog continued to jump. After some time, milk became butter, and this frog jumped into the butter and it jumped out. I said, I am going to be that frog which is going to really that jumped out of the butter, the pot, and I will be. I keep on trying, and that's what I told. And I have told how you think when you are down will determine how high you go. When you are in a failure, when you are facing a failure, please understand you have not failed. You also used to tell me. People used to tell me you are a failure. I used to tell them, no, I have not failed. My efforts have failed. And they are 2 different things. I think we should, there is a Subtle but a very important difference. Do not equate you and your failure. That is what I told in the beginning also. Success is like knowing the combination to your number lock. One of the number I have not put rightly. And because of that, the lock is not knowing. Because of that, let me not consider myself as failure. And that is what is the change I have done in the next phase. I started correcting that one thing. When we are going in a car has got 4 wheels. And if one wheel becomes the flat, we don't get out of the car. We just fix the wheel and we put the stepney and we keep moving. Likewise, in business, there is a marketing wheel, there is a sales wheel, there is a finance wheel, there is a manufacturing wheel. If one of the wheel becomes flat, just to ensure that you put the stepney and you refix the wheel and you continue the journey. And that's what we should go do about it. Failure is an opportunity to intelligently begin again. And that's what failure is all about. We as a society should enjoy failure, and we should actually ask for failure in the early stage. If we fail, we'll really learn life a lot more, and that's my experience.
Excellent. Rightly, wonderfully shared, sir, especially during these challenging times. Now, what we have been going through and what you're talking really makes a lot of sense. The way how do we need to connect and how do we start accepting challenges, and that is something very, very necessary. And the patience and perseverance is what you're talking. In fact, this all really is required for a constant growth. So we are able to see you that this all you've been demonstrated. And because of all these things which you are the experience where you started demonstrating is where has given this particular growth in the last 20 years of the naturals. Wonderfully shared, sir. Great. So we will be going with one last question, sir, for you. Anybody else has any other question? Let me see in the chat box as well. Or anybody else who has raising a hand. I believe Sujata Suresh has also raised a hand. Ms. Sujata Suresh, we will give you the permission to unmute yourself and go ahead, Ms. Sujata Suresh. Ms. Sujata, I believe.
Hello.
Yes.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, Ms. Sujata, please go ahead.
Thank you so much, Prakashi, for this opportunity and organizing such a phenomenal, inspiring talk in the evening. And it inspires all entrepreneurs, I'm sure, that what we are going through, it really inspires. CKKG, I have heard you in Vienna in Mumbai. And okay. Every time I hear you, it is still the same. As Jayashree ma'am said, that, your words inspire every time. How do you manage your energy? But that's not my question. My question for you is that, were you able to recognize what model of business will suit you to take it forward, that it can multiply the business well? Could you see that? Which is the model of business that suits you best?
No, in the beginning, we started off our aim of starting Naturals is to get Veena self-employed and make 60,000 rupees a month. We never had an idea of making the India's #1 salon chain, 600 plus salon, 400 franchise partner, 10,000 jobs. These are all not at all in the radar at that point of time. We just want to get Veena self-employed and make 60,000 rupees a month. Then we realized when I also joined her, we said she took care of 3 salon and I took care of 3 salon. And that is how the first 6 years of the life went on. But around that time, we started listening to we got a audio cassette about Anita Roddick, Body Shop owners, story. And that is where we got about the franchising and all those things. And we went to London and we wanted to bring Body Shop to India. She told India is not ready. And she also told you are also not ready. But listening to Anita Roddick and meeting her, she is the real life inspiration. And then we started working on various models of franchising. First, we partnered with the people. People were not ready to take franchise in the beginning. We did partnership with them. Then we did full franchising. At every point of time, the model started evolving. But we kept on one thing in focus. That is, we want we want to grow. And we feel it is a great big opportunity. If Anita Roddick can hold 600 shops, why not? At that point of time, Anita Roddick had 600 body shops across the world. We said we should also hold. And at every point, we went to 25 and we refixed to 50. When we reached 50, we said 100. And when we reached 100, we said 200. When we reached 200, we said 500. And that's how life goes on. I always used to say that dream big, start small, and keep moving. Unknowingly, you would have reached whatever it's your dream. And that's what is the story of Naturals at this point of time.
Thanks very much, sir, for answering this particular question as well. It has really been inspiring for our members here as well as the visitors who have been here today. So wonderful. So we'll just share you the mask leadership model as well as now. The purpose of me sharing this particular mask model is to summarize most of the points as what in fact Mr. C.K. Kumaravel has also shared. In fact, last week, if you could see, we had as a part of the mask leadership for the visitors here who are today, people are not aware of the mask leadership, please do log into the maskleadership.com to get more information as well. But this is a typical leadership model which was being highlighted and discussed, where PH is what the productive habits. There are basically 5 basic essentials for a leader. One of that is actually called a productive habit, and that is what in fact last week Mr. Karunakaran, the Hyundai Vice President, has shared with us about the productive habits. And in fact, today, in fact, Mr. C.K. Kumaravel has also shared about a lot of other productive habits like courage, like persistence, like patience. And there are, in fact, we need to be more open. There's so many other aspects which is being discussed as well. You should empower people. There's so many other productive habits. And he also spoke about a lot of unproductive habits, which has to be stopped, which he was talking about. We need to ask for the position. There's a next element of, in fact, the leadership model, which is we need to stop unproductive habits. Every human being also has the unproductive habits, but we need to analyze and realize what are the unproductive habits which we have been using currently, and that has to be stopped. And that is what, in fact, Mr. C.K. Kumaravel also has demonstrated by stopping a couple of other the unproductive habits, which has led him to the constant growth. So for more details and information about this particular mask leadership, we are open. In fact, as you look into the website, you'll get more other details. And people who wish to also be joining in our community, please do. My mobile number will be, I will kindly type my mobile number on the chat box. People who would like to be a part of this particular community more, please ping me. And we also have our leaders connect, which is then the Telegram group, where we'll be able to add you in the particular Telegram group as well, where you'll be able to get week on week information on this. And our mission, as I told, is to create 1,000+ leaders. There's just an inspiring from these people we get, but we help the community members to shape themselves to really bring it into the realities what we do later on. And that's what our community has been doing so far. So one of the next element is actually the key skills which is needed. In fact, some of the skills which CKK spoke today was about the decision making, which he spoke. He spoke about the team building aspect, and he also spoke about empowering the team, which is very, very necessary. And in fact, more about the skills is what we have in the next week. Our key corporate leader is also going to share. So would you all like to know the next week's key corporate leader members as well as the visitors? If you want to really know who is the next week's key corporate leader, please type yes in the chat box, and I will be able to share who is the next week's key corporate leader for us, through whom we will get inspired, have a structured learning approach. So why are we conducting this? Thanks very much for typing all yes, yes, yes. So why are we conducting this week on week? Is every leader has to have a constant learning experience, and the constant learning is only going to give us the constant growth. And this learning has to be structured learning. We should be getting an opportunity to apply somewhere, and that is what this mask leadership community is going to help you all in it. So that's what we've been doing, and let me share with you all who is the next week's key corporate leader. He is none other than the head of the learning and development of Ashok Leyland, is Mr. Madhusudanan, who's going to actually be with us, in fact, giving us more understanding about the key skills today for the working professionals to grow as constant in their leadership level to grow. What are the key skills required and how these skills can be fine-tuned more is what he's going to share with us. So every Wednesday is what going to happen, 6:30 to 7:15. My apology, where we started a little delayed for today, but however next week we will be definitely starting on time, and please do block this particular Wednesday as well. So with most of the information which we want to share, and then the 45 minutes time, in fact, we had given to C.K. Kumaravel is actually also done. Mr. C.K. Kumaravel, sir, we'd like to kindly turn on your video once. And any last message you would like to give to all our community members as well as the visitors here on the online platform today, sir?
Thank you.
One last message you want to
Thank you.
Yes.
When your mind is weak,
yes,
situation will look like a problem. When your mind is normal, same situation will look like a challenge. When your mind is strong, same situation will look like an opportunity. Today we are all in Corona times. Fast forward 18 months from now, which is 2021 December. 70% of the people will say, my business was going well, my life was going well, my job was going well. Suddenly this Corona came. Because of that, my company cut the job, my salary was reduced, and my business was going well. This Corona came and intervened. My staff have left. Customers are no more buying my product. And because government did not help, the people did not help. Because of that, I am in trouble. Otherwise, my business was good. 30% of the people will say, no. The life was the best thing which has happened to me is Corona. Because of that, I have learned some new skills. I have improved on myself. Because of that, I became more useful for my company. And the company has given me 2 promotions. And because of that, I have some businessman will say, I have remodeled my business. I have reduced some expenses, introduced some new products. And because of that, my business have gone up. The best thing which has happened to me is Corona. The question in front of you is, are you going to be in the 30% or are you going to be in the 70%? If you want to be in the 70%, what you should do? Imagine you are going in a forest and suddenly one lion comes in front of you. You have a problem. Imagine you are going in the forest and same lion comes in front of you. Now you have an AK-47 in your hand. Now lion has a problem. The question in front of you is, are you going equipped to the world? Whether are you learning some new online skills? Are you today online as Zoom has become make life incredibly easier? Are you learning some new skills? The only skill which is going to be relevant in the post-COVID scenario is reinvent. Reinvent yourself physically, reinvent yourself mentally, reinvent financially, and reinvent business models. This is what is going to really make a difference. So reinvent yourself and live life king size and live life queen size. Together, let us build a beautiful India. Thank you so much.
Wonderful, sir. That's really inspiring. Your talk has been really good. And we assure you that definitely the members here, as well as the visitors here who are in here today, will be a part of that 30% and not the 70%. Let's not look for cribbing that what has been missed, but let's start looking for the opportunity of what we have gained. And here is where we have got the opportunity of 30%. And that's when the leaders will really keep growing. So thank you very much, CK Kumaravel, sir. It is really a pleasure and honor to have you here on this particular platform. And if all is done, and we would like to hear more success stories from you later on. Great. So thanks for your time, which has been given, sir. I would like to close this particular session officially with a thanking video. I would request Mr. Manish to please share the thanking video here. So thank you one and all for being present here. I would request you all to please share the learnings, what you have got in the Mask Leadership Community Group, which we have in the Telegram. Please do share one key learning, just not leave it as it is here. And the learnings, as you keep sharing is where we will be able to create more other leaders. And let's share that one particular learning in that particular group. And people who still wish to join the community are always welcome. Please take down note of my number and we will be able to add you to that particular community as well. So thanks very much for being all the members, as well as visitors, as well as the guests who have been a part of this particular Mask Leadership Community Leaders Connect 002 series. And this has been created a really great impact by the presence of Mr. C.K. Kumaravel with us. So, Mr. C.K. Kumaravel, thank you very much, sir. It's a pleasure. It's an honor that you have come here today, and we all will definitely ensure that we will be in a part of the 30% of what you have told. So, members and visitors, can we write who all are ready to be in that 30% of what, as part of the leadership, what you have told? Or can we see in the chat box who all are ready for that 30%? How many people are saying yes, yes, yes? Let's see that. And that is what is going to really give us. So people have started. Yeah, Nagaraj has shared. Thank you very much, Nagaraj. And yes, people are sharing. Let's be a part of that 30%, as you rightly said. Let's keep growing. Let's grow India. I'm sure everybody is being born here for a constant growth, and let's make use of those. So thank you one and all for being here. Thank you very much, Mr. Kumaravel, sir. It's an honor and pleasure for being here. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.